my chest. I will not bend. Run it up, 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 run it up. You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog, so the day that you finally pop off, they'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend.
Today, from Seattle, Washington, now a first carry here for Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. The Seahawks at 4-6 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4, second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Robinson with another carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. Got a man. It's complete. It's Palmer. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, And when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Working the middle, and he's got it complete to Akins, the tight end. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Second and 4. Out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the...
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Azeez Ojulari pushing in and dropping him. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Normally, you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
On the give, here's Robinson to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Jason Kabinda with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
And when they called that play, I'm not sure they expected it to go all the way to the end zone. Nice little reward, though.
Without a doubt, and some...
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. They go play action here on 1st down.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9 now. Forced out to his left.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
The give to the fullback on the dive. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, they just handed to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around, hand it to the big fella, and let him get forward for a first down.
Keeps himself upright. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Handoff now to Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They run. Robinson. 68 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on it. They start the second half here with Williams. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Back to throw here.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd. handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 8.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's Robinson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Robinson. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. They'll look to throw here on first down. Thomas brings it in.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On the run, it's Robinson. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
98 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Robinson.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Brian Robinson Jr.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Williams. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a first down.
Rolling to his right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Handed inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Back now in Seattle, Washington. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. There's another one complete to Chenault. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
And normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it was such... Josh McDaniels, he had his mind made up on that one. He disagrees, and he'll throw the challenge flag. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, we both know there was a lot that went into why they made him their 1st-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now back to throw. Being chased out left.
And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was.
Robinson up the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 133 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Robinson with another carry. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 28 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative-type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for the Seahawks, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I'm harder than I ever been. Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates. All my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me. And my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wilding out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One.